back. Today, we're gonna do another tabs video. Hooray! But this isn't your usual just fighting one. My last video, I finished off with the adventure campaign only using guns. Now I'm not gonna do the challenge. I can't really do it. You're like, well, I don't know if there's ones I can. There could be ones I need to skip, and in it, I'm planning on doing it sometime. Don't worry. Guns versus the challenge game. But here, I'm doing a tutorial. So, how to create good battles in tabs. Because I've done a lot of fighting in tabs on map. Let's go for that. I always start with like some of the basic fighting. Tribal warfare type. Also, don't I have a tribal faction somewhere in here? A custom one? Maybe this I can put in it. Actually, no, not that one I just put in. Don't I have some kind of tribal faction? Natives, that could work. I think that's it. I think it's natives. I'm probably just gonna mostly use the custom tabs ones though. So, tribal warfare is pretty simple normally. Just a bunch of dudes with basic stuff fighting over stupid reasons. But here's how to create good battles with it. So, see this little group here? Just pretend it's a little tribe. Then, like, they got a little fire and they got meat. Then some other tribal people, I guess I'll just use this for this one. They want food. So like, hey, back away, or else. And they're like, oh, or else what? Or else we'll fight you, blah blah blah. So, for tribal warfare, try to keep things simple. And small varieties of weapons. If you want to make your custom units, make them weaker with bad weaponry. And if you want to be a part of it, make sure you do simple things. And if you want a reason why this is happening, come up with a pretty stupid reason. People weren't that smart back then. Next time, well, even though it says farmer medieval, ancient comes after. So, for this, I need Greece and Rome. And why is the guns faction in this? Greece, and I can do Gaul. And where's Rome? Rome. There. So how this would work is more of like more strategic than in the tribal. And like if you know things about certain teams, like Rome, they're in their I can't talk. Their formation, I need to make this boom. Where they would have a bunch of people shields, the people in the front would hold their shields in front, and the people in the back behind them would hold their shield over their heads. Of course you can't do this in tabs, but you can still create the formation. The formation was supposed to be a formation that would be invincible to arrows. But unlike the tribal warfare, definitely try to keep this more simple. Also, I don't have an Egypt one, so I want to do something like ancient Egypt, but I don't have an Egypt faction. It's fine. But how I still can't talk. I'm like saying it like the chips. How it would work is if you use the arrows and projectiles, except for of course the only projectiles they wouldn't be immune to would be like yeah, and also wait for it. takes forever to fire that thing. But just arrows in general. I wouldn't recommend to use most of these. Like if you're doing a realistic one, definitely don't use snake archers, I mean not ballistas. Ballistas definitely use it. Ballistas even used for like medieval types. Because that's the thing. But definitely don't use snake archers, minotaurs, Zeus, and other things. But like I said, try to keep it more strategic than the other. Not total strategy, but do like big strategies that that would be like make sense for that time. And for battles, you can either do it realistic, like battles like Rome attacking Gallic troops. But you could always do it. Make your own thing up. I can't talk today. I'm sorry. I can never talk actually. When I'm making videos. When I'm not making videos, or when I'm not on a call with my friends, I can talk fine. It's weird. But, like I said, you could always make your own custom battles. Also, if you're wondering where this is, it's supposed to be a battering ram. Kind of difficult a game where you can't make videos. Next up, I guess I can do Dynasty. The thing is, I don't have any factions. I don't think I have a Dynasty faction yet. Yeah, my old computer had one, but this one I don't. But I'm just gonna do it. I was planning on making a new one sometime soon. But how you do that? Actually, this is the wrong map. I just realized that. I'm doing it more of timeline, but off the timeline, I mean. So how you do that would be such as this, like samurai fighting. Also, don't use firework archers. Like you can, but don't use them all that much. They're not too realistic. I'm trying to delete these, not put them down. I would recommend to make your own custom archer off of how it is, but I would show you mine, but I don't have it on this computer. So just make your own custom archer. I'm just going to use poachers as an example. And make them fight. You can make like different countries fight each other. Stuff like that. And you can do you can of course always do weird things. Like this is supposed to be China versus Japan. Chinese monks and Chinese dragon versus Japan. Really, you can do whatever you want. I'm just teaching you how to make good, realistic ones. So how it would work? Probably similar strategies to the two more ancient ones. Next, we'll do medieval part 1, which would be more early medieval. Now, I do have factions for this. Boom. Do I have my second Viking yet? No, I forgot to make a second Viking. That's for later, though. Anything else I want to add? No. Okay. How this would work? You keep it pretty simple. Well, still, except probably better strategy than, well, mostly better strategy than the other. You could always do something like soldiers versus peasants. Like the peasants don't want to be taxed. Like we don't want to be taxed, so we will fight. Yeah. It's longer than short swords. Basic swords, but not the same one I use for the squires. My custom squires. So, you could always do full-out war, and that's always what's fun. I always do full-out medieval style warfare. with like massive armies fighting. And doing whatever they can to win. That's always fun. And if you want to do more of a Dark Ages type, you could always do, of course, more like a darker type where it's peasants working hard. And they want to fight, so they arm themselves. And the medieval people are like, hey, you can't do that, so we're gonna come and kill you because you can't revolt against us, blah blah blah. Next up, Viking. Good maps for Viking, also good maps for medieval would be farmer, or the farmer maps, the medieval maps, and then the medieval maps, not apps, the ancient sandbox, ancient 1, and then Viking for out in the cold, of course. Wild West sometimes works. Renaissance for like a big city. If you're gonna do a more of a fantasy type, you can, the spooky ones work well. Farmer Snow, if you're like in the mountains, I guess. Legacy, and you can always make custom maps. Simulation maps also work pretty good with medieval. But next would be more Viking approach. Ancient Sandbox would work well because it's like beaches, realistic, That's where the Vikings attacked from. So how you could do this is, of course, long ships. Here, I'm gonna change it up. Line settings, so line type, boom. So how this would work out is like putting ships by the water, of course, if you want. And having the Vikings charge in and attack. I'd say mostly focus on... Oh yeah, I don't have a Viking faction yet. So this is more of the... I'm just going to use the basic here. Mostly focus on more melee types. Of course, archers are available. I suggest creating your own custom archers, unless if you want more of a fantasy approach. And what you would do to defend would be the medieval faction. And then, of course, farmer, some of legacy. And they would go out and clash. And the Vikings would raid them. Viking battles are always pretty fun. Also, I'm not gonna go into too much detail for like every little thing. Next would be more medieval part 2. This would be more of a later medieval. Later medieval, you would also... Actually, I don't need a part 2. I explained it pretty well. How medieval would work. Later on medieval, you could do like more of the 1,200, 1,300. I can't talk, and I forgot to say things, so sorry. So, how it would work is, of course, probably could be even bigger battles, and then more strategy. This isn't really a strategy. And then lots of sieges, good maps for that. It's simulation, such as King of the Hill, defend the castle, little castle archer towers, defend the towers, fire somewhat works, high ground, tiered castle, arena for like a gladiator fight, which would also work well with the gladiator fight would work well with the ancient, like Roman stuff, and like, yeah, I can't talk. Next up, I'm going to do more of a Renaissance style. So, And I'm also doing a little bit of more of a pirate thing too. Pirate and Renaissance mixture thing, pretty much. Pretty much the 1600s, 1600s, 1700s, and 1800s. Where's the faction I'm looking for? Here it is. I only have one Renaissance, a Renaissance style of pirate, and we say Revolutionary War, but how it would work? Of course, very canon approached. Also, I probably went into too much detail from the medieval era, because that's my favorite. I like medieval style stuff, if you don't know. But for it, lots of cannons. It would be pretty canon approached. I'm looking for a map I should do. Let's go with this. But how it would work? Cannons, cannons, cannons. It's a good invention, trust me. Oh yeah, I forgot this. For medieval, focus a lot on siege equipment. But don't do really that much cannons, except for like pretty much the end of the medieval era when it comes to it. But I'm saying like, what's it called? Catapults, ballistas. So, how this would work is something like lots of cannons and muskets, but fighting each other. I put these are more Spanish. Like here on this example, it'd be Spain versus Britain. Lots of musket. It's flintlocks, and then cannons. How did I not get shot? Well, I got shot, but like, how did I not die? I get it. The guns. How this would work? Lots of cannons, muskets, good warfare, you know. And then for like Napoleonic, it would be. I'm just going into this because that's what I feel like. But for Napoleonic style, it would be big musket lines. And then they would go shoot. They'd wait for the reload. Command under. Okay, guys, fire! At the same time, but that was not how it worked because my guys didn't do it at the same time, of course. Then also you can do little mini battles such as fencing, like this. Nice. But there's some pretty cool things in it. You can do like, we want to revolt, blah blah blah. I don't know why I'm in this map. Well, too bad, you cannot revolt against the British. And then also, I'm gonna switch the maps. You could also do Revolutionary War style things for like the 1800s style. Where it's like the American Revolutionary War. Like, hey, we want to revolt. We are the Americans. We will be our own country now. Blah blah blah. And of course, cannon focused, but I used mostly musket. Also, there's nothing. Okay, if the Americans don't win, okay, they're gonna win now. I don't know why I said it like. Okay, I'm running low on time. This is turning out to be 20 minutes. It's supposed to only be 10. But for pirate, it would be a pretty ship focused, and then like muskets, flintlocks, you know, and then of course swords, blunderbusses, and you have a captain. You can use harpoons. And a good thing that people to fight would be like Renaissance style. Pretty realistic. And for Renaissance, if you want to do more of fantasy, it's not really fantasy, but unrealistic because the Da Vinci tank never existed. You could always do the Da Vinci tank. Like, we will attack you, Spanish people. We are the British and we are the best. We will win now. Not so fast. We have the... Yeah, we're not scared of you. We're not scared of your little moving, spinning fortress. Next up, Western. Western, how it would work is focus on little simple things. You can do big warfares such as the American Civil War. This is not the proper guise, but okay, because I don't have to. I'm gonna put down Confederates, so I haven't made that faction yet. I'm planning on doing it sometime soon, doing Civil War things. It's fun. But how this would work is be like, I challenge you, sir, to a duel. Like, really? And little duels, maybe outlaws fighting. Like, we are the outlaws of this area, and we will rob you. This is our city. Go away. Oh, this guy has a double barrel. You're not gonna stand a chance. I didn't know these guys had double barrels. I thought they had rifles. That's Arnold's. You get out of our city, you outlaws. No, we are outlaws. Eat my double barrel outlaw. It hurts. Trust me. It worked. And then next, World War. World War. Oh yeah, I forgot. Ever since the what's it called? The Renaissance, definitely up the strategy a lot more. People are smarter. How this would work is pretty focused on. Also, switch it. Legacy, I guess. Legacy works from World War II. I haven't built up the French faction that much yet. I'm still working on it. I had a lot in my old computer. How this would work is such things like France versus the Germans, and Britain versus Germans, Russia versus Germans, America versus Germans. Nobody likes the Germans. And then you can always do iconic battles like D-Day. This is not the map for it, but I'm gonna make it here. You can always do big battles like D-Day, where the Americans storm the beach is like, you guys suck. Germans, you are being mean. We will take over this beach. No, you won't. We have machine guns. Oh no. What are we ever going to do? Don't worry. I know what to do. We will attack them. Good idea. Storm the beaches. And you can make, what's it called? Japan. World War II. I haven't done that yet. But many things to do for that. Next up. More modern. You can always do Vietnam War. I have made that. I have Vietnam War faction. It just has all the Vietnam's troops. Like the US. Oh yeah, I forgot to have the traditional Vietnam soldiers. I just have the civilians. Americans are easily gonna overpower them. M16 fires. M16 is a lot better than that. But modern. Let's do the guns faction here. Modern, we would be more focused on and more modern types of guns. This is the guns faction, just you know. And of course, the M16 is more Vietnam. They don't have the M4AI, so M16 is close enough for like Americans and stuff like that. But it would be like they would shoot big wars. Definitely up the strategy a lot more ever since the World Wars. I don't have a World War I, but the World War I would be kind of focused around it. But don't use tanks until later, or flamethrowers if you have it. Until later World War I. They didn't exist. Or planes, if you know how to make planes. But yeah, modern tanks, and more tanks. You could make, and then lots of good guns, good soldiers, good strategies. And then be smart. Do strategic things like such as this. If the enemy is attacking, and they're like, aha, we would win this war, blah blah blah. Come on, boys, let's march. I'm just gonna create a little mini army here. What you need to do if something like that happens is this. When they are marching, good strategies would be like, oh no, they're gonna beat us. You know what we need to do? We need to flank them. We'll attack them from behind. They'll never see it coming. Haha. And they're gonna be like, oh no, we should have never attacked these guys. They were prepared. I'm just gonna do that to you. Like this. And I'm because trust me, when you flank the enemy, it works out pretty well. I want to create like an actual battle here. Keep it realistic. For more modern. And you can always do zombies for modern. And aliens if you want for more modern. But yeah, that's gonna be it. That took 30 minutes, 3 times the amount I was hoping. Goodbye. I'm sorry this was long, but I hope you liked it.